What the business is out here on these streets, YouTube? Y'all know I stay in these streets, man. I stay hugging the block, man. I'm out here on the street like the corner, man, like the concrete, like the pavement. Wall Street, that is, where the bull and the bear roam. This is Clarence over here at Pursuit of Freedom, baby. And yeah, I ain't going nowhere, man. Today is the 1st of February. It is 11 at night. I got some time to chill. So I got the brain to you, the last 2 trades I've made for the month. And I got a doozy to throw in there in my monthly review. And I'm going to go ahead on and throw it in there because it is what it is. The aim is to be transparent. So I traded this here Cliffside Biomedical, and I traded it on the 28th of the month. Now, the 28th is represented by this day. And I got it sitting right there on that day because I want you to see what I was seeing as the market was uptrending. Now, this didn't look too difficult. Matter of fact, right where I bought at was a level that I was considering a breakout. It came up, it set a resistance on the 21st, that Tuesday, up here around 32-ish, and then the stock's price retreated for a few days, and then it started another uptrend. So I said, hey, I'm gonna look for a break of that 332 area, right? But I was looking for a break at this, and I wanted a push up here to where the high is set, the next high, the next breakout spot of 396. I said, if it don't break, if it just gets close, because sometimes in the repeat of the trend, sometimes the stock don't quite make it all the way back up there. You know what I'm saying? And we got some bad news out there. But I only was able to take away $109 profit. And I honestly was jumping in this thing for the chances of a swing. I see that it's stair-stepping, right? So let's jump in here. Let me get bite to the 28th. Let me get bite to the 28th. What it is? I'm gonna go make a 2-minute chart. See if they make it okay. So on my 2-minute time frame, that morning I caught like a quick little minute. Right? And I missed this first run up right here to 339. I'm getting in right around the 10 o'clock area. You know what I'm saying? I think I actually caught it just before 10, about 9:56, as it was falling. It had done dip, went through the VWAP, but I seen that it came through the VWAP, came back up through the VWAP. So I was thinking I might get a bounce, right? So I'm in this thing as it's falling, hoping to catch a dip, a lower price, to anticipate a break of the high day up here around 339. So I'm in at 332, trying to get an early entry to this break. I'm thinking it's going to break that. And like I said, it was going to run to this here 390, 396 from a few days ago, right? The stock is pushing up. It ended up pushing up to 342. So it did break the higher day, but it did what is known as a false break. A false break, the stock's price rises above the breakout level, which is where that black line is now. I'll throw a line up there to mark it. So that's the breakout level. I'm in it as it's coming down, trying to get in on a pullback, get in on a dip, because there's always profit taken. I seen the stock had just did that. The stock is trending above my short-term moving averages. It's trending above the volume-weighted average price in the VWAP. So I took a chance at it. All you got to do is manage the trade. I've been much better at managing trades in the last 2 months than I ever have in my trading period, right? So it spikes up, comes back, and it pulls back, it dips beneath the VWAP, and the candle actually closed on this 1 minute candle at 10:06 right here. But then it snapped back above it. I immediately go into thinking, what is the reasoning behind me getting into this in stock? I see that the stock is uptrending. The trend on the daily chart, I got the daily chart in the middle. Sometimes, man, you can just literally try to obey what the daily chart is telling you. I drew the trend line in the sand. If the stock price breaks that trend, or if it breaks the short-term moving averages, go ahead and end your relationship with the stock. If you're basing your trade on a swing, which is what I was trying to do here, and the daily chart. Uh, so this stock here, uh, I should have had this pulled up already, but this stock had news about around that day. On the 28th, shares was up. Bosch Health Clearside publishes data on eye drug. I think this here was the news. You know what I'm saying? It was news on the 28th. It had a little bit something on the 27th. Publication pivotal. Okay, come on with it. So you got leading global eye health business and Clearside Biomedical Incorporated, NASDAQ. That's the ticker symbol, CLSD, a biopharmaceutical company dedicated to developing and delivering treatments that restore and preserve vision for people with serious back of the eye disease. Announced today that the peer-reviewed journal of the American Academy of Ophthalmology, has published results from the randomized controlled double-masked phase 3 clinical trial of Peachtree study. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the drug is. And they had macular edema is the leading cause of vision loss in patients with uveitis. So, I mean, I hadn't even heard of this disease until I was reading up on this article. And basically, they had some good data. Clinical trial results is an important milestone in the clinical for Clearside as it expands the understanding of the suprachoroidal, whatever that word is. But they had some good news. Vision was restored for some of these patients. You can go back and take a look at the article and read up on it. So this news, I felt like was going to keep the stock upward bound, and I could possibly get a swing out of this trade and not have to be trying to watch the stock every day, right? The company said that the efficacy of the safety data in the trial showed the delivery of whatever this drug is, Xpiravir, administration and investigational therapy with a proposed indication of treatment of macular edema associated with uveitis recidivated. I'm trying to find the positive word in there. The company said it demonstrated patients with non-infectious uveitis studying significant improvement in vision relative to the control arm. Demonstrating the potential efficacy, whatever treatment, macular associated with this virus, no serious adverse events. So significant improvement in vision. I read that all. I mean, it don't sound like drug of the year or medication of the year, treatment of the year, but the study is improving. Now the FDA is a big company. You know what I'm talking about? These pharmaceutical giants, they get funding from the government that backs them up to the tune of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. So I felt like I could swing in this stock for a little bit. Now, with that being said, I'm going to tell you the simplicity of what I needed to do. I needed to buy the stock and hold the stock and not look at it. That was a part of my problem right there. That was my problem. That is something I'm going to talk about in my monthly review video. But I get to that when I get to that. I've held some shitty bags in my life in these stocks, and the stock just did what the stock did for this few days here and fell off with my money. Not in this case, though. In this case, the stock did exactly what I was thinking it was going to do. It came all the way up here to this 396 level, reached up and touched it, and came back. It might even break that level. But I'm just looking at the fact that it's been running. You know what I'm saying? But we do got some bad news out there. Okay, I ran a little scan on that. Good. Okay, that's finished. We do got that darn coronavirus. I never do one. Okay, I just wanted to see if this thing would give me anything on coronavirus, just straight coronavirus. Have to go Yahoo Finance for that. But I mean, we all out here in the trading world right now know and have heard this darn coronavirus scare. Uh, if I just come on here, it might be something up here talking about coronavirus. This coronavirus is really, what I'm talking about. Here comes the panic, but don't rush to buy the dip. And Jim Cramer a few days ago had a different tune. He was saying this might have been time to buy the dip. No, it ain't. Okay, so yeah, U.S. stocks, Wall Street drops as virus outbreak, data stroke growth, worry. You know what I'm saying? 213 people killed. Can I just highlight the words? No, let's highlight just these words. Oh, shoot. All right, so now I clicked on the article. I didn't really want to go that far. I just wanted to 213 people killed has been declared a global emergency. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a way to try to contain this here virus, and we have not, really been able to do that so far. That is not a super high number, but it's big enough to catch the attention of the market, apparently. Let me take a look at the market right quick. So the market had this original dip, and it was looking like this thing was going to get bought back up. Look at the first dip. Something else I want to highlight here, man. I'm going to get to my trade king, too. Okay, good. I got the dial up. There's a market saying that the bulls take the stairs. All these little tiny steps. As a matter of fact, let's look at a monthly time frame. So the month of January opened up. No, is that okay? Maybe not a month. Let's go weekly. I'll go back to the daily. Go back to the daily. All right, because it's easier for me to do this way here. Let's go back to the month or start of January, right? That's December. It's December 31st. How long have I been yapping? I get so long-winded in these things at times. I can't help myself. I love the market, man. I can talk about stocks all day, every day. So this is the 31st. January 2nd was the first day of live trading, and the market opened up right here, at least in the Dow. Let's look at the S&P, because I like the S&P more than the Dow anyway. Even though they pretty much, they run damn near identical, but so the stock market opened up at 32.42. There's a market saying that the bulls take the stairs. All of this here time. So for a whole freaking, let's go to the day. 29 days, the market has been stair-stepping these tiny little steps up. Coronavirus bad news comes, and the bulls take the stairs, and then the bears, they just jump out the window. You get a big crack, 1% down in one day. A few days stair-stepping up, another giant jump down, right? So the whole year's gain so far, the whole first month, this day here, the January the 24th, and then the last day of January of trading, wiped out the whole first month's gains. So it don't take a lot for the market to give away your gains, but it takes a lot of base hits. It takes a lot of stair-stepping your way up. You know what I'm saying? On the bullish side of things. But I don't know. I just wanted to point that out right quick. Okay, I can come back on over here. But this was a terrible trade. I see that I'm more apt for day trading than swing. I'm trying to swing trade, man, because it'd be so much easier for me to try to swing it away, but I just don't have the patience to sit into these stops. So I'm in the stop on the 28th. I took 1,000 shares, long at 332. I sell the stock on the 30th at 342, just 10 cents. Now, on the 30th, man, and this mess made me sick, man. I'm driving. Y'all know I'm in the truck. I'm driving. I can't be in front of the market every day. So on the 30th, the stock opens up Stock opens up at 350, pushes up, sets a high, 376, 377 by what time is that? By 9:48. I'm on the road during this time, so I did not see this run up. You know what I'm saying? The stock came down, the stock double top, but it didn't quite get back to the higher day. You know what I'm talking about? I get off the road to take my break about 10:40 something. I check in on my stop. My stop down here at 348. I see the double top. I'm looking at the chart for the 30th, which was this day here. No, that's the 28th. The 30th, which is this day here. I see that it punched up to about 377 at that time, and I said, okay, the stock just may not make it. It may not make it, and this might be the end of it. So at the time when I get off the road, this is what I see in the chart. I see selling, and I already told you, once the stock price dips beneath my short-term moving averages, it's about time to sell it. If it dips beneath the volume weighted average price convincingly, which this was convincing, it blasted through the 50-day exponential moving average. This is on a 2-minute time frame. So, that's not quite like the daily time frame where you can still see that it's above the 50, the 100, the 200. It's above the short-term moving averages. The VWAP doesn't show up on the daily time chart. It shows up only on the intraday, right? So I'm seeing the stock just pushing down, pushing down, pushing down, pushing down. And the stock price came, well, I was out by the time it got all the way down here and came back to where I bought it. But I'm up here like 342, 346. I seen the stock price dip down, come down here and hit 41. I told myself, and it's crazy too that I was thinking that too. About 10:52, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to sell myself too short because I put in my first order for like 341. Then I went back and I changed it. I said, at least give me a 343 if it bounced back up. You know what I'm saying? So the stock price came up to 343. They let me out at 342.98. And all I had was $109 to show for it, right? I'm out the stock, going to the bathroom or whatnot. I come back to the darn truck, and the stock is coming back up. It came back up and touched the VWAP. I pretty much thought that it might have been done for the day. And lo and behold, getting close to 12 o'clock, this thing pushed back above the VWAP, come up and retest the high of day. Now, I did not see that coming. I seen this double top right here. So this is like a triple top. I did not expect that, but I should have stuck to my guns of thinking this darn day. Look at this daily chart. I got to tell you, this is history repeating itself in the stock, and this happens time and time again. It's not an exact science. Like I said, I was beginning to doubt it and was feeling like, okay, it might not quite make it back to 396. And it may be just selling off because I feel like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green days already. So the bears might be getting ready to take over. We got the coronavirus news. So I felt, and then the market on that day, had gapped down. You know what I'm saying? We already had a selling day before, and it gapped down for the open. So on the 30th, it gapped down, even though it got bought back up, but it gapped down. So I feel like, okay, the news is bad. The stock market was looking a little rough during that time period. It ended up getting bought back up. 19 minutes in, running my out forever. But so yeah, I get out the trade, man, and then the stock the next freaking day, Friday, this damn stock punches up here, and let me just click on that. The high day was up here at 392 for Friday. God, dog, so I could have got out darn near right where I thought the stock was going to punch to. And come Monday, this thing might push above that, and then it'll be a breakout. You know what I'm saying, of this 396 level. This 396 would be where I would be looking to buy if I was to get back into this thing Monday. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as that trade, but I'm going to keep my eyes open. I got it in my thought process. What I will point out, though, is that The TC2000 got a float. The float 29 million. So that might be a piece of why it's moving so slow. I'd rather be in the stock like whatever this AEYE is with a 5 million float, or this BDR, Blonder Tongue Labs. I've traded this stock before. This stock took some money from me a while ago. This DGLY. I like the float like between 2 and 10 million, or between like 5 and 10 million, the float for me. When the float is real low, you got to be real quick. But the lower the float, the more explosive the stock can be. But the thing is, the lower the float, the more explosive the stock can be in either direction. So it'll go up, but I already tried to illustrate that stocks will go down faster than they'll go up. Right now, it seems like the bull is trying to win the battle right now. So, where my CLSD at? Yeah, so to me, this was a bad trade because I should have just stuck to what I was thinking and swing trade the stock, stay in the stock for a few days. Don't look at it, because if I look at it, like I really just, once again, I get shook out. But I get shook out honestly because the market has taught me to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving some rationale, but I'm rationalizing. Let me come. But during this period here, man, 2018, and even this big monsters dip in 2019, trying to trade during that time frame, even though mostly I was paper trading because I had a super stupid trade that I made in June of 2018 that I'm finna talk about in a couple coming video. Huge loss, big loss, super stupid, dumb trade. But I tried to trade this turbulent market where the stock market was up and down through the tariff crap, right? This was a hard market to trade. And what I learned in this market is that base hits add up. You got to just lock in gains sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that I still had some money on the board. I went for to let the stock run away with all my money. And for a quick second at least, looking at the daily chart for the 30th, I mean, I think I already showed, but this thing came all the way down to exactly where I bought at. You never know how far a stock is going to fall. And for me, once the price action gets beneath my 913 and the VWAP, I think the bears own the stock. It's hard for me to trust that a stock is going to rise back above it. I mean, I bet I can click on some of any of these here stocks. Look at this stock. Beneath the VWAP, look at how long the stock stays beneath the VWAP before it gets back above the VWAP. Goes back above, come back below the VWAP, stay back below the VWAP. Below the VWAP, struggling with the VWAP. Struggling with the VWAP, not getting above the VWAP. So once the price action gets beneath that, the damn VWAP on the day, I feel like the stock is done. And I'm not hanging around to be like, okay, maybe it'll get back above that. Nope. Goddamn stock is done. So these people that bought up here at 108, they got many tears. I hope they ain't got a ton of hope. Because if they hoping that this day on the 28th that this stock price was going to rise back above that, above the volume weighted average price, scrolling through time, they wrong. The whole day, the stock's price never gets back above the VWAP. You know what I'm saying? And that's a funny coincidence that this happens to be the stock, the example that I'm using. Because that right there is going to be the next video coming up, baby. You know what I'm saying? But CLSD was the trade. Clearside Biomedical, they had that good Uvitis drug clinical trials in these biotech stocks. If the clinical trial goes well, you can hang on for a swing sometimes, but always obey what the price action is telling you. Price action start looking like this right here. Price action start looking like that, get the hell out the stock. That's all I got for you, baby. This is Pursuit of Freedom. Catch me in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Give me the thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you think. Just try to feed you my thoughts, analysis of this journey. My road to profitability. Profitability, baby. Because I'm going to be a profitable trader. Y'all can believe that. This is Pursuit of Freedom.